Hello and welcome everyone, it's Martin here at CryptoGains. Today we're doing some on-chain analysis of the crypto world, beginning with the Bitcoin net realized profit and loss. What we can see from this chart is that beyond the big crash that we witnessed on May 19th, there was a second capitulation event later in June, which totaled even more losses, 3.45 billion in realized losses, which as you can see is bigger than the May sell-off and way bigger, more than 2.5 times than the March 2020 sell-off. In addition to that, what we can see is that the dynamics in the short and long-term spend output profit ratio indicate uncertainty in long-term holders and spending coins at a significant loss for short-term holders. In addition to that, it appears that institutional demand has been drying out, decreasing, even though the Bitcoin grayscale premium has recovered somewhat from the low of minus 21% that it reached. It's still in negative territory, suggesting that institutional demand is weak. Finally, the balance on Coinbase, which has been steadily decreasing throughout the bull run, driven primarily by institutional demand, has now flattened from mid-May throughout June, once again suggesting that institutional demand is weak, insubstantial to drive more crypto gains. Let's move to the charts and see how we can actually trade some of the assets that we discussed and some other assets as well. Bitcoin, the pivot point and a very critical level remains 35,000. Ideally, we want to break above that level to initiate long positions with targets 36,150 and then 37,500. Conversely, below 35,000, selling Bitcoin with targets 34,250 and 33,250, which are the nearest support areas on the downside, on the short side. Let's now move to Ethereum. Ethereum has made more gains than Bitcoin since yesterday, but as we can see, the very critical level which coincides with some support and currently is acting as resistance is the 2140 mark. So even though Ethereum comes with a buy signal at the time of filming, ideally I would like to see a break above 2140 before initiating long positions in Ethereum with targets 2250 and 2370. Conversely, below 2140, there is fairly robust support around 2043, which is a good target for a short position, and then lower down at 1965. Now we're going to move to Ripple. Ripple also comes with a buy signal at the time of filming. As we can see, however, the critical pivot point sits at 0.66. So above that level, good opportunity to buy Ripple with targets at the nearest resistance, which is 0.69, and then higher up 0.74. Let me just move that a little bit so that you can see 0.74 for the midterm target. Conversely, below 0.66, selling Ripple with target 0.63 and 0.59, which happen to be reasonable targets on the short side. Actually, I'm even going to adjust that a little bit to 0.6. More conservative, but more likely for you to close the trade at a profit if you initiate short position in Ripple. Now let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano is trying time and time again to break above 1.35, so this is my pivot point. I want to break above 1.35 to initiate long positions in Cardano with targets 1.394 and 1.458. Conversely, below 1.35, we can see that we're trading in a channel, so you can sell Cardano with a target of 1.31 and then lower down 1.28 on the short side. And finally, let's take a look at Compound. Compound is performing exceptionally strong in the last 24 hours, as you can see, rallying from about 2020 to above 300. The catalyst for that is that there are some exciting news around the development of the platform. So above 308, which is a long-term resistance, I'm seeing good opportunities to buy Compound with targets 346 and 380. This is a bit more of a longer term, mid to long-term trade. It may take a couple of days to reach these targets. Conversely, below 308, selling Compound with targets 285 and 265, which are the nearest critical levels on the short side. Thanks for joining me today. Keep learning with the video education section. in the CryptoGains Market Insight subsection, and remember to join the Crypto Signals Made Easy channel for insightful articles and trading ideas. Thanks for joining me today. Trade wisely, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.